This is Moonshine and Music with Joe Shelton. Wait a minute, that's me. Anyway, we're going to bring you some inspiring songwriters, musicians, and maybe some side challenges and other stuff around the music industry. So stick with us right now, because the show is coming your way. Woo! Moonshine and Music starts right now. Welcome to Moonshine and Music. Today we have a indie music legend. Donn Smith is in the house. How are you, Donn?
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Well, it's great to have you here. I love your hat, by the way.
Well, I wore the hat because I binged watched some of your shows the last couple of weeks, and I think 79% of the people wear hats in this show. So
it's contagious because I always wear a hat.
There you go. Yeah.
You know, and we've had differing conversations with regards to hats along the way as well. So I know you've been around playing here in town a long time and writing songs. When did where did you grow up? Where were you born?
I was born in Beech Grove, lived in Indianapolis most of my life, and I moved to Florida for 2 years and absolutely hated it. Moved straight back. So.
you hated having nice weather in the wintertime?
It's too hot. It's too hot.
I understand that. I often am totally on board with the snowbirds. Like, you know, it's a great place to be in the winter.
Yeah.
And in the summertime, it's just too damn hot.
Yeah.
You're like, the shoes melt to the pavement and stuff, you know.
Well, I'd work 10, 12-hour days down there, and I'd go home and get in the swimming pool. Not swim, just get in it. Yeah. So
that's great.
There was no sense of community out there either, so not like Indianapolis and, you know.
Well, I mean, people are moving in from all over. It's kind of the Florida thing, right? Yeah. Do you, when did you start playing music? How old were you?
I took piano lessons for about a year when I was 10. And I whined and screamed at my mom because I wanted to be outside until she let me quit. And to this day, that's probably the worst mistake I ever made, because I didn't pick up music then again until I was 25. So
did that start off with like guitar at that point, or was it piano then?
That was actually I wrote a song. My first song I wrote was like 1976, and I wrote several songs after that before I picked up an instrument. And then when I guess it was 1980, I picked up a guitar, and I've been playing it ever since.
So were you in a band at the start, or were you?
No, solo, doing open mics. So I did an open mic at the Rural Inn for a bunch of years with John Franz was the host, and had a great time and got addicted to open mics and singer-songwriter. I do have a band now.
Right, and you run an open mic.
And I run an open mic
at the Irving Theater on the east side of Indianapolis, right?
Every Monday, yeah.
That's part of why I introduced you as a legend, because like everybody comes through your open mic, and the thing that's really cool about it is how many people come through and they get better and they start playing everywhere, and you know,
the list is
incredible.
Is pretty incredible, and I mean, I don't want to start naming a bunch of names because I'll forget somebody. Forget everybody. I know a lot of people, but two people that I would say really kind of rocketed. Jeff Kelly came out to my place kind of when he first got to town, and he just started playing out and writing, and he's just taken off like a rocket. The guy's very talented, but
he is. We had him on the show not too long ago.
Yeah.
And but it's really cool, you know, because I've been going to your open mic for a couple of years, occasionally, and seeing people come through and then go, oh yeah, they're really good, and then like a few months later they put out a record. And
oh yeah, it's incredible.
I mean, running
that.
it must be kind of rewarding for you that you're putting the thing together and all these folks come through it. You know?
Absolutely, and sometimes you'll see a kid, or I say kid, they're all younger than me now.
We're all kids, right?
But you'll see somebody come through who's just really not got their chops together, and then they come through 6 months later or a year later, and you watch it grow, man. It's rewarding. It's really cool.
Yeah, I like that. So what band are you in now?
The band's called Blue Alchemy, and we put out a record a CD in 2014. Yeah, 2014. And I've got a EP coming out soon. I don't know exactly when, but it's been recorded. It's being mastered. So
yeah, so you're in the process. So sometime here in the spring, it's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, that's really nice. What's it going to be called, the new one? You got a name for it yet?
I think it's going to be called Lost Is Nowhere to Be.
Oh, I like that.
Which is that's a.
Is it EP? Is it going to be 5 songs?
It'll be 6 songs.
6? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Have you done a solo record, or is it all with Blue Alchemy?
The only record I put out was the band record. I'm also working on doing a solo record, so, and hopefully that this year as well.
All right. Through the years, I know you've played a lot of places and with a lot of. What are some of the other groups you've been in besides Blue Alchemy?
I was in. I did the Random Band Challenge a couple of years ago with a band called Time Travel Bucket List.
Time Travel, that's a good one.
And actually, one of the lead guitarists in that band is now in my band. So, and one of the songs that we wrote for that is going to be on the new EP. That worked out really well.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Have you any great like old horror stories from the road? Because when I get one of the guys on that's been playing a long time, I want to get like a because a lot of the folks we have on are they've been playing for 6 months, right?
Right.
So
I think the worst story is our band got hired, and we were a 4-piece at the time, I think, and we got hired to play a birthday party. A woman was turning 40 years old, I think, and we got recommended by somebody, and I sent a set list to him. It was covers and originals, but I sent him the set list, and he hired us. And we get out there to play this party, and they're all parrot heads, and the only thing they want to hear is Jimmy Buffett. We didn't really go over very well, and we really didn't have a good time.
You didn't have like a full set of Jimmy Buffett lined up?
No, I knew one song, sort of. We did Come Monday.
Like did you do it like Blues Brothers, like over and over again? Just keep playing.
No. But we played it one time, and the crowd was just. They're clapping. No response from any of the rest of them. It was the toughest show we ever did.
That's so awesome. I'm sorry. That's just a great story.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have a bad one.
Oh yeah.
And it's good when it's kind of funny.
Yeah. But it gets balanced by the great shows that you have.
Right. What's a great one that you can think of?
Single best show for me, I think, was we opened for Lauren Anderson in the Irving Theater, and the crowd was great. We were on it, we were nailing it, and the whole vibe of the night was just very cool.
Well, in the Irving Theater, can vary in configuration to have up to 800 or 900 people.
600 cap.
So I mean, because it's pretty big.
Yeah.
When it's
yeah.
when it's opened up to everything.
Yeah.
I think at the open mic you have it in kind of the small configuration, but
yeah.
I mean, you could really fit a lot of folks in there if it was opened up.
I think it's about 600 for that's tight, but it.
Yeah. I really love playing in there for the open mic and stuff because it's such an old world kind of feel.
It really is. It really is.
And it doesn't have it's not shiny and polished. It's just we're kind of raw. And actually, the sound in there is really, really good.
The room sounds real good. Yeah.
So that's what are you going to play for us today?
Well, I probably figure it out when I get up there because I think I know what I'm going to play, but sometimes you strum your guitar and your guitar wants to play something else. It happens. I don't know.
I understand that.
I think I know.
Is that part of like when you're writing a song? Do you like strum the guitar and then something comes to you, or do you have?
A lot of times I'll just be noodling around and figuring out a chord progression, happen on something that sounds good, and then start just kind of word riffing over the top of it, and maybe get a melody, and then go to the words. Or sometimes it happens I have all the words and have to. That seems harder to me to do it that way, but I have done it that way as well. So.
All right, well, we'll get you up on the stage. Let's figure out what we're going to play. It's great to have you here.
All right.
Thanks for coming in. We got Donn Smith right after this on Moonshine and Music.
Thank you, Joe. This one's called Closest Thing to Free. My music became a journey long before I knew it was one. I've been playing a long time, still figuring out how it's done. Some people call me stubborn, say I took the hard road every time. Even when I saw another road, it never felt like it was mine. And you won't hear me complaining about where this road is taking me. Cause when I'm out here singing, it's the closest thing to free. Sometimes I'm tired and lonely, just me and the white lines on the road. I know the next show will revive me and keep me from feeling so old. And I wouldn't trade a minute. Some nights they turn out just right. It's a tough way to make a living, but a great way to live a life. And you won't hear me complaining about where this road is taking me. Cause when I'm out here singing, it's the closest thing to free. There's times I don't make much money, but I'm damn sure having fun. I love everyone. You'll never hear me complaining about where this road is taking me. 'Cause when I'm out here singing, it's the closest thing to free. The closest thing to free. The closest thing to free. Thank you so much.
Moonshine and Music is a presentation of Notlehs Entertainment. Copyright 2019, all rights reserved. Our producer is Joe Shelton. Our cameraman, grip, and stunt double is Brent Lee Smith. On cameras and all sorts of other stuff, Bailey Shelton. And our staff guru is Brent Schlemmer. Join us each Sunday for more episodes of Moonshine and Music.